Damn, T, that was fast. Hey, it's $25 Tuesdays, right?
No, $80.
Okay. Will you take Afterpay?
Afterpay? You mean Apple Pay?
No, Afterpay. Like you do the job, I pay you a week after.
Damn, Markel, no, it's just $80. Apple Pay or Zelle.
Okay. Well then, how about this then? If I take out a braid, how much is it then?
$80. That's it. $80.
Where are you from and how much are you charging for a full highlight?
I'm based in Houston, Texas, and I charge around $600 for a full highlight, toner, and blow dry.
I am originally from Los Angeles, California. Recently moved to Las Vegas. I was charging $900.
I'm in San Clemente. We range from $350 to $650.
I live and work out of New York City. I charge between $200 to $300.
I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and a full highlight is between $300 and $350.
I'm in Boston, and I charge $500 for a full highlight starting by the hour.
I am from Fayetteville, Arkansas, and a full highlight starts at $350.
I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and my full highlights start at $700.
From Puerto Rico, I charge $150.
I'm located in Arcadia, Iowa, and my highlight starts at $155 for the base price.
From Fort Collins, Colorado, and I charge $200 to $250.
I'm from Frisco, Texas, and about $395.
Philadelphia, PA, and $445.
150 euros because I'm from Holland.
I'm in Orange County, California. I charge $150 per hour.
So I just moved to Texas 3 days ago, so yeah. My full highlight starts at $400.
I'm from Connecticut, and I start at $350.
I'm from Denver, Colorado. I charge about $130 an hour.
I'm in Central Florida, Orlando area, and it's $420.
From Long Island, New York, and my highlights start at $260.
I live near the Poconos. I charge about $125 an hour, and a full highlight can go anywhere from 4 to 6 to 7 hours.
Where are you from and how much are you charging for a full highlight?
I'm based in Houston, Texas, and I charge around $600 for a full highlight.
Hey friends, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing absolutely amazing. So welcome back to another video. And listen, don't mind my handy color things. Listen, it'd be a struggle to get my hair up. You know, we ain't here for the fashions, we're here for the video, right? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about, and I often talk about, the prices of things, of services, right? The prices of nails, getting your hair done. Is it worth it? Is the prices pricing? Does the price make sense? So, you know, and that's like an ongoing thing, especially right now with everything that's going on. I don't even know. You know what I'm curious about with all the things going on? Have y'all tried to order from like Shein and things like that, and Temu and all the places? What's happening? Like, is the price going up? I know even the prices of simple things I used to order last week are now starting to creep up. So I can just imagine that the services are going to have to creep up too. But, you know, in the past, I don't remember what happened in between, you know, the $20 nails and then the $6 nails. But we're not going to argue about that because that's what they are right now. I don't know who the one was that decided that that's what they need to be. But, you know, listen, I'm here for you, girl. But, you know, oftentimes a service is provided and we pay the money because the service, it makes sense. It makes sense. $100 for a set of nails that are like amazing makes sense. You know, even when you go buy makeup, well, sometimes because I honestly, I have tried makeup that is all the way up close to $70-something. And I'm talking about foundation now. $70-something. And I have gone to like the local drugstore and found a cheaper version of a makeup foundation for like $13. And when I tell you that $13, I'm talking about this. I am not a makeup person. I'm not here for the makeup. The whole point is sometimes there's a lower version and a higher version. And the reason for the price difference is usually the quality of the product. I'm just saying sometimes, not always. So it's the same thing with services. You know, the quality of the service sometimes warrants the price. But sometimes, honey, that's what these girls be charging based on how they feel that day. Or they charge based on what you look like that day. And I don't know, you know, because I am also a victim of being overcharged for things. I've learned in my experience, and I think that's why it's important as, you know, service providers that we go out and we get services done to see what the girls are doing so we don't do that too. But yeah, so we're going to get into the video and, you know, kind of, you know, talk throughout the videos to see how you feel about that. Like, how do y'all feel about the prices? Do you feel like the prices are making sense? Are you willing to pay a premium for a certain service? What is your standard? Where's your cutoff? Where's the line that you draw when it comes to nails, hair, wig, all them things. I am just so curious because I know, like, when I look at the board and I see a price, I'm like, okay, I'm good with that price. But when I sit down and it's time for me to get up and pay and it's another price, I'm feeling a little, I'm feeling a little, taking advantage of. Yeah. So let's get into the video, guys.
Doing about our nails. I just left the nail salon and I only got a pedicure because I said the hell with getting both my hands and my toes. Like, my hands getting done is like special occasion now, like only if it's a special occasion. Okay, I got my nails done in November and then I got my hands, and I got them done last month to go on a trip because it's just ridiculous. Let's play The Price is Right. How much did I pay for a shellac pedicure with the tip? $77.88. $77.88 for a damn pedicure. I need to know what the hack is. Like, what are we doing? Yes, did I get a little bit of a bougie pedicure? Kinda, if you consider the hot wax, the bougie, and then $15 extra for shellac. So what are we doing? Because I can't do it.
How many of you guys have decided to split up your services? Because back in the day, it used to be cheaper to get like your nails and your toes done because usually there was a special that was going on. It seems like a lot of people have decided either getting their nails done or they're getting their toes done, and they're not getting both done. And some people, they can't go without their toes. Some people can't go without their nails. But that's one way of saving money. But shellac, I didn't know people were still doing shellac. I thought shellac was replaced by gel. But, I don't know. But anyway, $70 for a pedicure. Is that a lot to you? I think so. I think me, a plain pedicure, maybe $35 to $40. If you're adding gel onto, but I add gel to my pedicure anyway. And am I charging $35? I'm not. I'm charging a little bit more. But all my services include, like a gel polish, all the things. But let me see. I would say about $50. $50 is where I feel comfortable and safe when it comes to a pedicure. Tell me what you think. What do you think, like a pedicure, a standard pedicure, a nice good pedicure with gel polish? How much do you think it should cost? Y'all put it in the comments and tell me what you're actually paying or how high you have seen pedicures go as of late. Okay, let's get into the next video, guys.
All right, y'all. So I'm like so agitated. I took my daughter to like get her nails done, and I get my feet done or whatever like that. Unfamiliar place, cool. So I should have known when I went in there and I'm asking for like, give me the breakdown of the deluxe pedicure and a regular pedicure, because sometimes it be BS. Like, why am I paying $45 to $55 for a deluxe? Deluxe is $55. Mind you, I went on with the basic and they couldn't even do that. My skin was peeling still. My little skin on pinky toe peeling. I'm having to coach her through her own job. Lady, I don't do this for a living. Then get to my daughter's hand. Y'all, I got there at 4:30. 4:30. It is 6:10. Still doing my daughter's hand. Still doing her hand. Then they cut one of her fingers. You think they need a discount? Y'all think a discount was given? Oh, okay. You ain't got to worry about me. Because, baby, this is a wrap. That's why I don't get my nails and stuff done no more. These people don't know what they doing. And $45 for some basic nails or feet. Y'all crazy.
Now, do you think that she should have been discounted because of the child's nails being messed up? I always think that, if I mess up, that I should discount the service. But I will tell you, everybody does not feel the same. Everybody feels like you knew what you were getting when you got here. That's what I feel like people feel like. And I think they assume there's some more rooms that come with the nails. That's just a given. Just like when you go get your hair done and you get nicked by the hot curlers, it's like, look, that is a what do you call it? The price of war, right? The price of beauty. So I don't know. I personally would have discounted, but then at the same time, then you have to admit your faults, and a lot of people don't want to do that. So yeah, I feel it, but $45 for some nails is average in my opinion. Deluxe it depends on what deluxe look like, because deluxe could be the same thing. So I don't know. Tell me and us in the comments what you feel about that. How do you feel about the pricing? And if you get injured in the services, should you get discounted, or is that just the price of war, right? Okay. All right, let's get to the next video.
If you want to significantly reduce the cost of your beauty maintenance, start investing in your overall wellness. You start prioritizing things like your sleep, proper nutrition, and your mental health, you naturally reduce stress, which can minimize or even eliminate things like bloating, hormonal acne, hair loss. And I'm speaking from experience. My goal was never to cut my beauty maintenance in half, but once I started prioritizing my nutrition, my sleep, mental health, my skin cleared up, which led to me spending less money on trying to figure out a skincare routine or products that worked for what I thought was my acne prone skin. Hair started flourishing, edges growing back, no need for serums and oils. My hair naturally became shiny, thicker, fuller, healthier. No more bloating, weight loss that I'm actually able to maintain. My nails are no longer brittle and breaking off all the time, so no need for acrylics. I just get them painted. The list could go on, but my point is, when you treat symptoms from the inside out, you spend less money on trying to cover them up.
So now I have to agree with her. I do feel like if you're taking care of yourself from the inside out, that, you know, it's less maintenance on the outside. Like if you have less blemishes because you have less stress, then you have less makeup. However, you have to remember that sometimes, because I get what she's saying. I mean, I agree with it. However, we still like to get things done. So because your nails are not breaking, because I never put acrylic on because my nails were breaking. That wasn't why I wore acrylic. I wore them because I like them. I wore them because I want my nails to be long, you know. So that is true. I do feel like if you take care of your hair, you know, but sometimes, for example, braids are protective styles. So I don't think that people get braids because they're lacking hair. You know, I think that because I don't know what you're gonna put the hair on. You know, I feel like people get braids as protective styles. They wear wigs as protective styles, or you just want to look like somebody else one day. You know what I mean? So I get what she's saying, and it's true. So if you want to be a natural beauty for a week or two or three, four, five, that is where that comes in. But you know, for us that, you know, have certain things that we like to get done, you know, that I don't know that that's gonna save us money in the long run in that case. But you know, overall, she right, you know, but then, you know, I don't know. I was gonna say you got kind of cost of the gym and all the other things, but you know, invest in yourself too. Invest in yourself. So I get her. I understand what she's saying, but at the same time, I think that's just one side of the coin. There's another side to it. So yeah, let's look at the next video, y'all.
If there was a business that I feel like I dropped the ball on and didn't focus on and put like time and effort into, it would be hair. I used to do wigs when I was younger, when I was in high school and stuff. And I stopped doing it because I guess I was kind of losing faith in like my craft. You know, when you're starting to do hair, you're not going to be perfect. Like you have to practice and practice and practice. So I was kind of losing faith, and then my mom kind of wasn't really encouraging me and stuff. So I just like kind of dropped it. But the hair girls are making money, okay? And I'm not talking about selling hair. Yes, you can make money selling hair too. But the girls that are doing installs and all that kind of stuff, different hair designs, hair colors, all those types of things, like I dropped the ball when it comes to that, for sure. Especially now that the girls is charging y'all what, $100, $100. They not even charging $100 no more. They charging y'all $150, $200, like crazy.
Am I the only one who doesn't look forward to getting their nails done anymore? Just the idea of going to like a nail salon and getting a mani-pedi, especially at the same time, is just like, oh my God, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Mind you, that used to be like such a good time, like something we look forward to doing when we were kids and with our bestie, and we go get our nails done. Now, just the idea of having to sit there for hours on my Saturday, on my Sunday, it's about to take up my entire day. To me, it feels that way. Just the idea of it is not exciting. It's not fun. It's like a chore. And I'm literally only doing it just because I don't want people to judge my nails, not even because I'm excited about what I'm actually going to get done. Am I the only one who feels that way? Or is this like just something that I need to get over? Because I don't want to do it.
So that video actually had nothing to do with the price of anything, but hey, if you're one of those people, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like going to get services done, or when it's your maintenance week, that is just a waste of time, or you're kind of dreading it? I know when I have to do my own services, my stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh. Or if I have to go get something done, the fact that I have to get in a car, drive to the place, do all the things, that is stressful. Now, if you're getting the things done and you already got to contemplate the price, I will tell you, going to get my nails done, I have not gotten my nails done in years, so let's be real. But when I did go get my nails done, having to think of the best time to go get my nails done, is my nail person that I like gonna be there? Even though I would text this person, be like, hey, I need to get a fill on this day. They would never be there. But anyway, going to get my nails done. And then every time I went, it was a different price. So it was like, you're anxious, you're anxious. So I can get what she's saying when she's talking about, going to get nails done, even though it has nothing to do with the price. I think everything together has turned getting services, having to go get maintenance done into an anxiety sport at this point. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. And as far as the other girl that said that, $150, $250 is no rich, I will tell you that I stopped doing nails for a while, and then I got back into it. Not really paying attention to what people were charging more. I was paying attention to the styles that people were doing. And when I started paying attention to what people were charging, is when I was like, wait, this is what we're doing? Oh yeah, let me get back into it. I am so glad I never lost my craft. So let me tell you, if you're one of the people that were braiding hair, doing nails, doing hair, doing all things on the side, don't never lose that. Don't, especially with what's going on right now and the layoffs and all the things that's going on, you might need it. You know what I mean? So hone your craft, hone your craft, and who knows? There ain't enough people inside, state board to, come get you. I don't know. A lot of times they last I heard they was cutting faces and people. So I'm not telling you nothing illegal. I'm just telling you Let's get to the next video.
Are we just making up numbers at this point? Like, what pays the bills? Like, was your PG&E like high this month for your salon? So you're just going to charge me like a random amount? Like, are you not going to go off a menu? So I went and got my nails done yesterday. I just got like a French dip, and excuse the voice, I am sick. The point is, there's like no length on these, okay? They're super short. And do you know how much I paid for this? $80, you guys. I know it's your work, your time, but like, guys, no length, okay? French dip. Also, I speak Vietnamese, so while the girl was doing my nails, my nail tech, she was asking the guy next to her, hey, how much should I charge her? And again, I understood everything she was saying. He was like, oh, you can charge her like 75. And I was like, then she goes on to say, oh no, but this girl's been really cute and sweet, so I'm just going to charge her 70.
Okay, so for the young lady that was talking about the nails, I don't know why people go asking for certain things like dips and different types. Like, what is the thing called? Is it pre nails? Some of that stuff is just and this is just my opinion as a nail tech. And if you're a nail tech, you can talk about it and differ in opinion. But I really feel like all that stuff is really a gimmick. I feel like it's a gimmick. I feel like, just get you some acrylics. Like, why are we doing dips still? It's still the same powder. I mean, the way that it's put on is what's different. It's still, if they're going over your nails, and if your nail tech knows what they're doing, they really can preserve the life of your nails, even with acrylics. So they're going to charge you more for the thing that is the hot stuff, whether it be the Gel X nails or the dip nails, whatever. Her nails were cute. Were they worth $80? Not in my opinion. But you got what you paid for. And I think it's so cool that she speaks Vietnamese, because there's places where you don't know what people speak or how they speak. There's a girl that works with me that speaks 3 to 4 languages. and you would not know that she wasn't your homegirl down the street. She does not come across as a person that would speak four languages. Of course, I don't know what a person that speak four languages look like, but she didn't look like she spoke four languages. So I've seen situations where she's kind of been walking around, listening to what's going on, and then came back like, oh my gosh. Not came back and told me anything, but came back and like, oh my gosh, you know? So just be mindful, nail techs, hairstylists, and all of the above, that people know what y'all saying half the time, or even if they don't, like, just rude to be discussing stuff. And you should know the price before you started doing person's nails. And then as far as the other young lady talking about the braids, I feel the same way. I do feel like people that do braids should be paid the most. Now, $700 I can't get down with. I don't care what she talks about. I just don't feel it. But I do feel like they put in a lot of time, a lot of labor. They do listen. I don't know if you've braided for a couple of hours, much as every single day, all day. I couldn't do it. I braid my daughter's hair, and when I tell you, it's like I am dreading the day that's time. Like, we split them services up, right? We split them up. And when I braid her hair, it takes a lot. You stand your back, all the things. So I do think braiders, they need to charge their worth, and you need to pay it. If they said ahead of time and you knew that it was $800 help braid a girl, pay $800. Especially if she's providing the hair, pay the $800. But I'm not gonna pay it. You know, I'm gonna look for the $150 girl, and you know, I'm cheaper than that. I do braids myself because you know, I just buy the hair and give you my time. So I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, teach his own.
Hair braiders, they must be stopped. The price that they are telling you is coming out of their ass. Even the African braiding shop braiders are also charging a pretty penny, because I'm trying to get my hair braided this weekend, like this Saturday, right? I know my hair's not done. It's the first week of school. Why my hair not done? I could care less. But trying to find, mind you, I am a college student. I'm a broke college student, and on top of that, I make sure that I try to find braided hairstyles that are not super expensive. Like, I'm not gonna do boho knotless to my ankles because it's obviously they're gonna charge me like $500. I'm trying to game the system, and they're still trying to charge me a lot of money. So the person who normally does my hair, which throughout the years it changes. It's like every year a new person does my hair. It changes. The person who normally, I guess, does my hair, or who has been doing my hair recently since last year, it's like my mom's friend or like my dad's friend's wife. She owns like a braiding salon, but it's like a small suite, and you know, she charges me less because she knows me and my mom and my parents, so I don't get charged like how she might charge other people, right? You know, that's the real tea. If you've got African braid, sorry, my hands are ashy. If you've got African braiders that are not like, that are like related to, like, you know, they gonna hit you on the low. So like this costs like $180, but you know, I do traditional braids. I don't do knotless, so like whatever. Now I'm not expecting every braider to charge $180 for this. But now that I've moved closer to my nursing program, I don't want to drive all the way down closer to where I live, because that's where that braiding shop is. Because it's a bit of a drive. It's not too long a drive. It's like 35-40 minutes, but with traffic, it could definitely increase, especially if I want to go in the morning. So I've been trying to look for braiders in the city, like in the area nearby where I'm at. So I'm just on Instagram, just scrolling, trying to find people. And okay, I like DM'd like 5 different braiders. I'm pretty sure they're like all African braiding shops or something like that. 2 of them try to quote me for $220 for a French curl braid. Mind you, let me specify. Okay, in the DM test, I made sure to be very transparent. 1, I have my own braiding hair. I have leftover French curl braiding hair that I want to use because I have a lot of it. Because the last lady I went to, like, she was African braiding salon, but she only provided like normal like braiding hair. She didn't provide French curl or like the boho human hair. She never provided that stuff. So whenever I do French curl, I always had to buy it. So because I have so much leftover hair, I'm like, okay, you know, that should reduce the price if I'm providing my own hair, because a lot of places, you know, have the hair provided for you, and I know that's like a cost, right? So I'm providing my own hair. I specifically said that I don't want knotless braids because I realize everybody on Instagram, the standard now is knotless braids. I don't know if people don't know how to do traditional braids anymore. I don't know, but the standard is knotless braids. I specifically said I want traditional braids, but with like the French curl hair, because this is what I have right here, right now, right? So I specified that I want traditional braids, not knotless braids, but using French curl hair. 3, I'm also specifying I don't want the braids to be super small. I don't want them to be small. I want them to be medium, small, medium, right? And I don't want the hair to be long. I want, like, not the French curl bob, because I think my hair is longer than that, but like, I might cut my hair just to do the French curl bob. I'm not gonna lie. But like, have you seen the French curl bob? Not like in the boho French curl bob where they use the French curl hair and make it like boho, just like a normal French curl bob. So imagine this, but like shorter. So like, this is braided down, but like this is like loose, right? I want it to like not be like super long, probably like up to here, right? Up till my natural hair and like have flow. I don't want it to be long. Okay, I specified because I want it short, but I don't want it small. And I gave some, you know, inspiration photos, and I gave like pictures of the braiding hair and whatever. 2 braiders said $220. Oh, $220. Hey, The two that responded, the two that said $220, I just didn't respond to them. That's what I do. But you know what happened? One of them responded to me back. She was like, oh, I could do 200. 200 is fine. That's how you get them. You gotta ignore them. If they're gonna try to charge you a lot of money, ignore them. Don't even fight. Ignore them, because you know they want business, right? You have to ignore them. Ignore them. I said, oh, $220. I'm gonna find another one. Let me go on Instagram. Keep going. So the two that said they both said $220. So the one that said $220, she said she could go down to 200. I was like, 200 is okay. Because that's the most I'm willing to pay right now. Like $200 is fine. Because I don't expect 180. You know, it would be nice if it was like $190. Like that's chill. But 200 is fine. I'm like, okay, like 200, like, you know, I could deal with $200, right? The other lady that also said 220, I didn't respond for the whole day, and then today she said, oh, if you come tomorrow, I could bring it down to 190. I'm like, you can't do this. Like, I'm telling you, these braiders, they pick numbers out of their ass and tell it to you. You have to negotiate. You have to figure out how to negotiate. Like, I'm not a big negotiator, but me not responding was already enough to like negotiate prices. I can't go tomorrow because I have classes, so I'm gonna just tell her, oh, like I can't do tomorrow because like whatever. Like I'm not looking for a service anymore. I already found a braider, right? Then another braider that I texted, because I sent texts to multiple braiders, right? Another braider that I texted, she said $280. I was like, $280. Mind you, throughout Instagram, there were a bunch of braiders that are closer to where like my home is, that they have like sales where they're doing like boho knotless bob braids for $180. I'm like, there's no way you're charging me $280 for some short French curl braids that are not gonna be something like that are medium, right? Traditional braid, not even knotless. You can't charge me $280 if I see another braider and boho knotless braids to their ass is $230. How you gonna charge me $280 more than like some people charging boho knotless braids to their ankles are much cheaper than that? Are you insane? For $280 for what? It's not even a boho braid. Mind you, I'm providing my own hair too. I have the hair. So where's that $280 for what? And it's not like I'm getting the micro either. Like, to me, that's insane. Yeah. These braiders are too expensive. Like, even the African ones, like, they be doing way too much. Like, how dare they do that? Like, I don't know. Mind you, like I said, I try to game the system and make sure I get like the cheapest style possible. Like French curl, mind you, like I said, I'm providing the hair. French curl braids doesn't take any longer than normal box braids, simply because you're not braiding down here. You're literally just braiding down to wherever and you leave the bottom empty. And I'm not getting them small. I'm getting them like the side like medium. I mean, you can't really see my braids, but like I think it's just outrageous for them to charge me that. Like, they're insane.
Oh my gosh, that was a whole lot. That's too much. That's too much. You need to just stick to whoever your parents knew that was doing your braids, because if you gotta go through all that, then it ain't even worth it. But girl, that was hard. Let's just get into the next. I don't even have any words for that one because she said all the words. She said all the words. So let's get to the next video.
I will never forgive the first person that paid $500 for knotless braids. I'll never forgive you. You guys made them think it was okay to charge $500 for knotless braids. Do you understand that knotless braids get raggedy after like 2 weeks, at least for my hair? $500 for knotless braids? My sister usually does my hair, but it's hard to get in on your family's time. So I'm going to look to get my hair done. The standard is $500. No, ma'am. This actually should be illegal. Half of y'all don't even have a license. You don't wash the hair, you don't blow dry the hair, you don't provide the hair. $500? Like, I've never even spent $500 on like a bag or shoes. If I did, it was on a credit card and I could make a payment plan. Call me broke or what you want, but
Can someone explain to me why Toronto hairstylists are charging extra for thickness and length of your hair? Like, I messaged just one hairstylist and she does great work, don't get me wrong. And I asked her, I'm like, hey, how much for this style on your page? My girl says it starts at $374. I'm like, okay, no problem. And then I proceeded to read the rest of the message. And then she says, the rest of the price will come once I determine how long your hair is and how thick your hair is. So I'm like, there's an extra cost for the thickness and length of my real hair for you to determine the rest of your price? And I try to describe like how long my hair and how thick it is. She left me on red.
Why?
And I'm just like, sis, if I have to wait till my appointment to get like the full amount, I don't want to go to you. Like, I'm turned off. Give me the amount. Like, bring back real hairstylists.
Quick question. How much are y'all paying to get your hair done these days? Because I just moved, right? So I'm trying to find a new salon and the prices near me feel actually insane. For context, this is where my hair is at. And this is what I'm trying to get to. I'll put a picture right here. Okay, so lighter for sure, but nothing absolutely insane. But I have a lot of hair, okay? And historically speaking, a full set of highlights or a balayage takes 3 to 4 hours. I feel like that's pretty standard if you look up the time it takes for most people to get a full set of foils or balayage. And what I'm seeing near me, it's like there's two different options that I've never seen before, and they're both astronomically expensive. I googled salons near me, blonde near me, like that kind of thing, and the first thing that pops up is a whole slew of salons that are charging by the hour as opposed to whatever you're getting done, and they're all starting at junior stylists starting at $150 an hour. I'm sorry, $600 to get my hair done by a junior stylist. This is not New York. This is not LA. This is Ottawa. That's insane to me. And I'm not saying stylists don't deserve to charge their own rates. I'm not saying that their work is not good. I don't know what their work looked like. I didn't get that far. But I know for me and my wallet, I'm not paying $600 for a balayage. The other thing that I'm seeing quite a bit of is like an a la carte system. So you are paying like $300 for a balayage, okay? But then you also have to pay an extra $60 to have your hair washed and an extra $80 to have your hair blow dried. Like, not styled. That's a whole extra $75 charge. But just blow dried so that you're not leaving the salon with sopping wet hair. When did that become a thing? I had a referral for one salon and I reached out to them and I was like, hey, this is a picture of my hair today. Here's what I want. What are you thinking? My hair's not that long. And I also don't want it cut. I need a trim. Like, I need the ends dusted. Okay, right? Like a quarter of an inch. And they said, well, you know, if we get you in with one of our junior stylists, I would say you're looking at starting around $300, but it's really going to depend on how she thinks the condition of your hair is and whether or not she thinks you're going to need more of a trim than you do and whether or not you're going to need hair masks and this, that, and the other. So we really just can't quote you. I don't know about you, but starting at $300 and then going up at the stylist's discretion is starting to sound a lot like probably $500. Which again, to me, that's crazy. Am I wrong here for thinking that that's a lot of money to get your hair highlighted? I need to know if I'm the crazy one here, because if I am, that's fine. I did find somebody on Reddit, mind you, and her work looks beautiful, and she quoted me at $288 all together. So I'm excited about that, and hopefully her work is great, because otherwise, I just will never be able to afford to get my hair done again. Or like once a year. I don't know. I definitely won't be able to maintain any level of blonde. But anyway, let me know if that's normal where you guys live or if I'm crazy.
So is that standard? Is that standard that hairstylists are charging per hour for certain things? And I don't understand, because she said she was talking about a balayage treatment, which I think is that's like a highlights or something like that. Okay. So don't you have to get your hair washed? You have to wash it out. Is that included in the hourly rate? But I do know that there are nail techs that have moved into an hourly system because they can charge, you know, not based on every little thing. It's just easier to charge because they can figure out, okay, I can do this much within like 3 hours, I guess, a typical service. Now, the only thing that makes me stay away from that type of service as a client, not as a provider, as a client, is I don't know if y'all milking the system. I don't know if you're trying to get $350 because you need that today. I don't know. So we just sitting there and you just taking your time, because now I'm looking like, oh God, we passed the hour, we passed 2 hours, we passed 3 hours. Now, as a service provider, I think that will work if you're trying to cut down on all the little things for your client, if you're trying to save them money in the long run but still pay for your work. I do believe that can work if you let them know ahead of time that this is typically how long this service takes and this is how much this service may cost, and it comes with all the things, all the accoutrements. Right. So that makes sense to me. But I don't know about this with the junior stylist for $150, and you know you got to sit inside the hair salon for at least 3 to 6. No, buddy. Because if you take another client in between that time, when I tell you we gonna have a problem, yeah, we're gonna have a problem. So yeah, let's get into the next video, y'all, because there's just so much going on with how people are charged. This is why people doing things on their own. This is why, because I know how much box dyes and perms and all that stuff costs. I know how much that costs. I know how much my time is worth. I just can't be paying you based on how you feel today. That ain't what we do.
It is expensive.
It is. It is. I'll be honest. We as salons do more than hair, and good products cost money. Like, I don't buy anything from the shop. If you can buy it, why would I buy it and use it on you and charge you more? So I'm using professional products. I have to go and train and learn how to use those professional products.
Who do I talk to about inflation in hair? Why are we paying these expensive prices for these hairstyles? When did we transition to the price of almost purchasing a car or a home just to get your hair done? Like, I don't understand why the prices are so high now. And I value people's time. I value the service. But when your service does not equal the price, and you hook us once and we go back, then all of a sudden, you know, we got to wait for you. You're late. You're not giving us what the price is giving. You see what I'm saying? I don't know why these prices are so high, but I feel like I'm going back old school. I'm about to go to my 6th grade stylist, get that finger waves, a French bun. It may feel like a helmet. You may say, hey, you went from Nicole to Bernice. But so what? Because I'm tired of paying for almost a person's car payment, maybe their mortgage for the month. Why are we paying so much these days? Where did this happen? Who do I speak to? You know what? I'm gonna have to talk to Kamala, because I'm tired. I looked on my Apple Pay, I looked on my Cash App, and I started adding up, and I was sick. I almost threw my phone in the trash can. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Bye.
Y'all, oh my God. I need y'all to be more realistic, okay? Like, there is no reason that we should be pricing hairstyles or haircuts at the price that we are charging, okay? And yes, y'all gonna come in my comment section, which I'm okay with, because I will reply back to you, okay? And say, but we gotta make our money. Everything went up, supplies are more expensive. Right? Wrong. You buy them same little crusty liners and clippers that you are using on every other client or every client. So you've made your money over hand and fist. If you only did 2 heads. I used to do hair, okay? I was a licensed cosmetologist for 26 years. So I'm about to tell y'all secrets. Y'all ready to hear them? Yeah. Every time you book with a stylist, and if they charge you a deposit, that just means that they want their money up front, because they're not sure if they know who you are and if you're going to show up for that appointment. 9 times out of 10, that's why it's not refundable. Also, a lot of the barbers are upcharging. There is no reason. I tried to go to this barber. The salon is really decent. I don't like hood barbershops because I got kids. I don't want my kids listening to the baby, okay? I don't play it at home. I don't want my kids listening to it in the shop, okay? We're just going to be 100. So I find this barber, okay, he puts on his booking app that he charges $10 for kid haircuts, right? I get there, all of a sudden it's $25 per kid. Plus, you gonna automatically include tip. So if I had went through with it, it would have cost me $90. $90 to get 3 little boys' haircut. I mean, one of them is he 11 and he looked like a grown man. I understand that point. But the 2 little ones, come on. Then I take my daughter. She got this big old curly fro. She got a lot of hair. Okay, so I try to let people know up front, because I already know, as being a retired hairstylist, sometimes when you don't know that the person has long, thick hair and the style that they're trying to get, you know, you might give them like a generic quote. Okay. So being that my daughter's hair is really long and super thick and naturally curly, I try to warn people before, so you can make sure that you give me the proper price. The proper price. Don't wait till I show up at your salon and be like, you said her hair was long and thick, but you ain't said it was this thick. Yeah, I did. I even sent you pictures, but you're so busy, you're not paying attention. Then you want me to do half of the work. You want me to go ahead and already shampoo, condition, and blow dry her hair. What am I paying you $250 for? Now it's a whole extra $150 because you see her in person and you like, it gonna take me a long time. Yeah, I said she had long, thick ass hair. That's why I sent the picture. And just to be honest, I used to do braids myself. I understand how much time it takes. But if a person is doing all their due diligence because they used to do hair ahead of time, why not go ahead and give them the finalized price before they show up? And now I'm not finna patronize, because who finna give you an extra $150? It was already $250. Okay? No. She finna get these mama box braids. It's gonna take me a little bit because my hand ain't that good. But guess what? Guess who didn't have to pay all that money? Y'all need to stop it. Stop. Them products, they went up a little bit. You only buying the products once a month. So that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. And for you ones who actually install wig units, y'all need to tell them the truth. Y'all are not doing any work. You're not doing any work. You're just getting paid to paste something on their head. Okay? And when they sweat, it's gonna come up, and then you're gonna be mad at that stylist. They're gonna be mad at y'all because they're gonna feel like they got highway robbed. Because it's not meant for them to just have that on for 2 weeks. Okay? Tell these people the truth. Y'all gotta cut it out. All this price gouging. First y'all doing it with the nails. Now y'all doing it with the haircuts. What's next? Tattoo artists? What's y'all thoughts on it?
So, I always love her videos. But, I mean, how do you feel about what she's talking about? I have to agree about the wig situation. I still don't understand the wig prices and how. I don't understand. I don't care what y'all say, because what is it that you have to buy? What is it? Like, I feel like the person spent so much money on the wig, and all you're doing is cutting and shaping. It's already there. You're not putting any hair in. You're not. The wig thing, I do not understand, and maybe somebody needs to explain it to me, because if I pay $600 for a wig and I gotta pay for you to put it on, like, you didn't bring the wig to me for me to get it put on. Like, I brought you the wig and you just gonna style it. I don't understand it. And they blew it on my head and it's only gonna last a week or two. Like, I don't even understand that. I still don't understand that. But as far as haircuts and things like that, how do people buy their supplies is based on the quantity. They go there. It's based on the amount of people. There we go. Based on the amount of people that they get per day, per week, per whatever, the maintenance of their clippers and things like that. So there's a little more that goes into that. However, she ain't wrong. She ain't wrong. She is not wrong. But, I think when we think on the other side as being clients, how much things cost, it sounds a little ridiculous because we don't know how much things actually cost. But as nail techs, hair people, let me tell you, we are trying to make the most money within our time. Let's be honest. All of us, if I want to be honest, listen, what a typical hairstylist and nail tech or service provider would love to do for 3 hours, make about $1,000, ain't gonna buy that business. Being real. I'm just being real. Let's get into this video.
I'm about to go on a little rant right now. So currently I am long overdue for a haircut. My curls are starting to get really wonky on the ends. I'm starting to get some split ends. I'm starting to get some really weird pieces, and it's time for a haircut. I just think it's really frustrating that curly girls have to pay an arm and a leg to pay for a curly haircut for a stylist that specializes in natural hair, textured hair, curly hair, whatever. I just think that it's unfair. I should be able to go to any stylist and they should be able to do any kind of hair, straight, wavy, curly, coily. Like, I shouldn't have to pay extra just because there aren't as many stylists who actually know how to cut and style curly hair. And this is something one of my curl friends, Miss Bianca Renee, touched on, and it just really got my wheels turning in my head, thinking like, dang, this is not okay. I don't know, I just don't want to have to spend $200+ every single time my hair needs a cut. Like, I'm about to learn some YouTube videos and cut my own dang on hair because this is crazy. I'm just over it, and I wish there were better options for us curly girls.
Which is $3,135.
Hold on. I was with the girl with the curly hair, that was but it just eased on to $3,195 after hours, 800, 150. Say what? Wait a minute. I'm really hoping that she's not telling us that she's charging people $3,000 to get their hair done at her house. Is what it looked like. We're gonna have to watch this video because you a lie. You a whole freaking lie. I'm praying that this is clickbait because it ain't no. I don't give a damn what you do. I'm not going to your garage and getting my hair done for no $3,000. I don't care what it is you do. And I'm sitting here looking at the background because I need to see what's $3,000 back there. Let's get into the video, y'all. I need to understand, like.
My after hours fee is going to be $800. So perfect. Okay. Okay, so I just had a client reach out to me. She's one of my regulars, so this is nothing like out of the ordinary, but she asked if I could do an after hours appointment because she wants a new install before this weekend. And I have no openings, and so she knows I offer after hours appointments on Saturdays and Sundays, but it does come with a hefty cost. So I pretty much am on call to my clients, but let's get ready. We're going to go do this appointment. I'm not going to get dressed and all crazy like I usually do for work. I'm literally meeting her up there in an hour. So let's go do this appointment. Okay, so Mariah is doing an after hours appointment, which is pretty much like my normal regular clients know that if they call me, I have a day or a fee if you want to come in on Sunday or days that I don't work because I'm so busy. And they're willing to pay it. So Mariah said, I'll pay your after hours fee. Can I bring my kid? You can bring your baby and we gonna watch them for you and do your hair. This is mama's day out. Babysitter service. Exactly, babysitter service. Okay, so Mariah has had extensions with me for years. I've done her hair 15 years now. So this is probably her 4th or 5th set with me, even more probably, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
And this one she's had a little over a year. It is definitely time for some new hair. Mariah is a bartender, so she's always styling and doing her hair and putting a lot of heat on it. But today we're doing 3 rows of 24-inch extensions. Can you tell me what you want? Do you have like a picture, color?
I do.
Blonde, love it. Blonde. Oh yes.
So blonde.
Okay, so you want like almost to the root, full heavy.
Like how we used to do.
We're doing a very, very blonde. I love it. Yeah, we used to do her hair like this. So we did go low maintenance because she's a busy mom of 2 and working and a single mom at that. So she's got a lot going on. So let's do it. Let's remove these.
Get them out.
We'll get them out and get you started. Also, Mariah's worn extensions with me for over 5 years now. And look how long and healthy her hair is. Okay, Mariah. So we're going to do 3 rows of 24-inch extensions. And we're going to almost do a platinum card, which is like solid blonde. I want to do a K18 treatment on you just to protect your ends because you're already pre-lightened. We're going to have to like lift, of course, your natural, and then through the end, we'll kind of pull through. The extensions are going to do most of the work, which is a good thing. We're going to do 3 rows, and we're going to divide 13 wefts into 3 rows. I'm probably going to do 5, 4, and 4. Okay, so normally we do 14 wefts for 24-inch is 140 per weft. So the hair is going to be 1,960, and then we're doing 3 rows. It's going to be 300 per row. So it's going to be 900 for your install, and then your color is going to be 275, which is 3,135, and then my after hours fee is going to be $800. So perfect. Okay, so your total should be about $39.35. Sweet. Okay, all right, let's get it done.
Oh hell no! I had to look again. It said before I was give up. That has to be a skit because there's no way. But then again, I don't know. Let me tell you, let me just be honest. Let me be real honest. You know, we friends here, right? So what I've realized is that you know, the African American community, we stay at a certain level. We stay at a certain level. We say things are high. We do say things are high, you know, and they are high. However, what I have realized is when it moves over to the Caucasian community or the community of another race, it don't even have to be Caucasian. It could just be a lighter hue. They charge y'all out the ass for simple things, what I consider to be simple, because that looked like a regular old quick wig. quick weave sew-in, maybe even some clip-ins. Why is it $3,000? Girl, that hair right there, you might could get at the hair store, and she might have got it at the hair store. You might get off Amazon. I don't know because I don't know what hair, but $3,800 for your time, your after hours time. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Because when I tell you, she keeps saying, okay, great. What? No, you have to get. Let me, next video. Next video, because these people have lost it. What? I wish I might.
I paid $300 to get my hair done, then checked it when I got home, and look at this. OMG.
Keep it back on my hair.
A ponytail?
Hold on. You're looking. Please tell me it's not.
Dollars for a haircut, because that's what I was quoted for, a specific type of curly haircut. It's like a Kato or a Kato style haircut. It's out of my budget. Like, I'm not going to say that it's too expensive. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it is out of my specific budget. So I've been cutting my own hair for over 2 years now, but obviously I can't like cut layers in it. I've never learned anything other than just like trimming it. So it's completely all grown out. It has no shape. My bangs I've been kind of keeping up with, but they're obviously too long. So I don't have $285. So instead I'm going to cut it on my own. So let's hope that it doesn't go horribly wrong.
Okay, so it seems I'm wondering, is that like a thing, like the curly girls, they have to go through a lot more to, get their hair done? I didn't realize that, I just always assumed that, their hair got straightened a certain time of the year in order to get the hair cut. But then I guess if you're wearing your hair curly all the time, somebody cutting it straight may not translate into a curly style. So I'm not quite sure about that. But that is a shame if they're paying extra for curly styles. But I guess you would have to find somebody that specializes in that type of cut. That's like no different than somebody that specializes in something else. I mean, granted, that's your hair. You have no choice about how it comes out your head and all the things. But yeah. I get it. But anyway, y'all, that's it, and that's all. Thank you for watching another video. How did y'all feel about, the situations that the people were talking about? How did you feel about, the fact that people are charging you based on, I guess, how they decide that they're gonna do you today? How do you feel? Do you feel like there's certain styles or certain techniques or certain services that warrant more money when it comes to hair? I still don't understand that $3,000. I don't care what she said. I don't care what she said, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just, it ain't for me. And it just seems like I've watched people put extensions in people's hair, and they've charged one race a different price from another race. And I don't know if it's because that it's harder to do. It could be. I don't know if that's just what it is. I have no clue. I just know that it wouldn't be me. Not for no $4,000. I'm not getting no hair that's not permanent for $4,000. There's no way in freaking surgery. I'm trying to think of the things that I would spend $4,000 on. I can get half of a vehicle, but I can get an older vehicle for $4,000. I'm not getting my hair done for $4,000. That's just not a priority to me. But to each his own. I'm not here to judge people. Now, if I was in a certain type of lifestyle, or that's just not my price bracket. I ain't got it like that, and if I did, I don't know that I would spend $4,000 on getting my hair done. But if that's what you used to pay, she robbing the people. She robbing the people. But anyway, y'all, as always, thank you for watching another video. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing, and all the things. I do try to get in the comments at least the first couple of hours of the video being released. And I do try to go back every once in a while, but I can't always get inside there. It's been very, very hectic in my life lately, but I want to make sure that I get these videos out to you. And I do see your comments, trust and believe. Even if I don't, respond to all the comments, I like when you guys get together and you answer each other's questions, or if you answer a question that I post throughout, I try to come back and say, you know what, thank you. And sometimes I just can't get to the comment, but I see it. I'm always in there with y'all. So listen, I've been in spirit, y'all. I'm in there, but I do try to get into the comments at least the first hour or so of the video. But yeah, guys, as always, like I said, thank you guys for watching another video. Be sure to like, comment, share all the good things, and come back for the next video. I try to get them out at least every Sunday. But yeah, guys, thank you. I appreciate you. And until the next video, guys. Bye.